Hello and welcome to Winslow Academy. This is part 7 in our Python cybersecurity tutorial here on the Winslow Academy YouTube channel. So in this lecture we are going to look at how we can use a Python tree library to call Nmap functions from within Python. So we'll basically in this tutorial take a look at this library that you see right here, Python tree Nmap, and then see how we can make small simple functions like this one right here, which is the one that we are going to try today, just to illustrate how you can take Nmap, which is a network scanning tool for scanning web servers, to get that into your Python code such that you can integrate it and make simple scripts using Python. But before you get started, you need to install this library. There is an installation guide right here, what you need to install. I will link to this Git repository in the comment. But first off, let's get over to Nmap, where we are going to see what we will be doing by using the default Nmap, which I have installed here in Kali Linux. So if you are not familiar with Kali Linux, I will be linking to a video here on the channel in the top right corner so that you can install it and follow along, because then you don't have to install Nmap on your main machine if you don't want to, but you can do that as well. So first off, we will be writing Nmap here. Then we're going to say the host that we're going to scan, and we're going to call the scanme.nmap.org, and that is a web server set up by the creators of Nmap for anyone to test their tool, so that you can actually scan a web page without breaking any rules, because normally you are not allowed, or at least it's not recommended, to just scan random web servers out there. So by using this scanme.nmap.org, you are perfectly safe because it's set up to this particular purpose. So here we will just scan the top 10 ports, and when we click this, it will start up and it will then show us the top 10 ports on this web server, and then it will state whether these are open or not. And you can see here there are the port number, the protocol used on them, what the service is running on them, and then the state of the server. So what we're going to do now is just to take this code right here, write it in Python, and see that we can get the same result returned using this library in a fine JSON format. So we'll go in here and basically we'll just write what is written here, import nmap tree. Then we say nmap, let me just see, equals. So my keyboard is not aligned with this VirtualBox, so that's why I might mistype some of these things, so bear along with me. And then we say nmap here, then we say results, it was there, equals nmap scan, and then we say top ports, and then we need to define the host that we're going to scan, and we say scan me.nmap.org, and then we simply just say print, because we want to print the results, else our console will not return anything. And then I will just save this, and if you can read the name here because it might be quite small, I'll just illustrate how. So I'm just saving it within this Python tree Nmap library folder, and I'm just calling it, let's see, we'll just call this port scan.py to indicate that this is a Python file. So I will just save this. And now I will execute this using the terminal. So I will say Python tree, and I will call the file portscan.py. And let's see if I missed. So I'm currently not in this folder, so we'll just say cd like this. And now I'm actually in the folder, and we can see that I have this portscan.py. And if you want to know a path where you're currently at, you can also just type pwd, which print the current working directory. But we will just be executing our command right here, and I will just write it as sudo so that I execute it as with administrative privileged, and then I will write the password from my virtual machine. And now Nmap the script will start up, and here you see a nice response that we got printed, and this is in JSON format. the IP of the host that we scanned, and then you will see, for example, here we have the port, we have again protocols, and basically all the information that we got from using the Nmap tool directly. But here we can make some Python code that allow us to work with this data on site, meaning that we can extend this script and call all different kind of Nmap commands directly from our Python code. And as you see on this page, if you want to dive deeper into what is actually possible, they have some examples here that you can be executing. And as you see, this is JSON format. When it's nicely formatted, when I return it into the console, it just gets printed like this. But if you format it, you will get something similar to this, of course, with different data. So this was all for this little tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it, and then I will see you again here on Winslow Academy.